Why do the Democrats hate the Jews? Assalamu alaikum ya America. Welcome to the Guillotine of Truth, where I will be cutting through the lies and deception of the fake stream media. Today, we will be talking about the attacks on the Orthodox community, my cousins, in Brooklyn, New York, by de Blasio and Cuomo. Before we proceed, please leave Mr. Habib a like, maybe subscribe, and share with your friends. Now, let's cut deep. Let's start by talking about how the media portrays the Jewish people. They go to these communities, the Orthodox communities, who they are blaming for this massive explosion of the coronavirus in Brooklyn, New York. They set up a camera and they are videoing the people, only the people who do not have on the masks. They are probably, maybe, possibly 5% of the people in the community, but the camera, he focus on the people not wearing masks. I will give you an example right now.
Fake news. People wearing masks, but the guy's focusing on the camera. There was a guy passing there without a mask, so he's gonna focus on them. You see, like right now, he's gonna turn his lens. He's gonna try to get anyone without, or myself, for example. Hi to the camera.
You're wearing a mask.
I'm watching you. I know, I'm watching you. Most people are wearing, but he'll focus on the 4 people that are not.
Trying just shooting a TV story.
Yeah, I understand. It's all about that. It's so fake. Just people should see the other side of it. Here he goes. Everyone with masks, he'll find the 2 people without a mask. Oh, he'll stop now because I told him. Right, that's fine. I got a report as well, right? Freedom of speech is for everyone, right? Because we just don't like when people come to our neighborhood and lie. That's all. Here, take a video. Oh, he's not Jewish. Oh, I got it. Right. He's not Jewish, obviously. Who else? I think there is someone just got out of the car. You could turn that direction. Right? You get the picture, everyone.
So, much respect to the gentleman who approached the fake stream news cameraman and exposed him on the spot. This is not unheard of in these communities. So, now what is the government doing? De Blasio and Cuomo, they are saying now that they must shut down the schools, the businesses, and the livelihood of the people living in those communities. Now, I want to ask you this. They are saying that it is unacceptable that 3% of the people are testing positive for the coronavirus. Now, let me ask you this. Do you think that the Orthodox Jews, for no reason, are lining up around the block to get tested for corona? Do you see them just bringing their children out for no reason to get tested? No. If now you have the sniffles, you cough, you sneeze, any issue you have, you are automatically in fear because the government has told you that basically any symptom you get is possibly corona. So what they do is, if they're not feeling well, they go to the doctor. Who knows how much money, kesef, the doctor he is getting for every Jew he tests. And now they go to the doctor because they are not feeling well. And out of every 1,000 people, 30 of them are testing positive for corona. So now, move fast forward, the government is shutting down everything. And if you do not bend your knee and lick the boots of Cuomo, he will take away your funding for your schools. He will attack your community. And somehow, some way, he will blame Donald Trump. Do you remember in Crown Heights when the Jewish people were being attacked? And somehow de Blasio, he blamed white supremacists. It always seems like it is never their fault. But let me tell you something. It is not Donald Trump's robocalls going to the community that is causing a protest. It is your policies and your constant attack of these freedom-loving Jewish people. Patriots, you should take a lesson from them. They are not just breaking down and giving up everything. And now, if they resist, what is happening? They are arresting them. The organizer of the protest was actually arrested. You can march down the street. You can call for action. You can call for a day of reckoning, a day of destruction, and they will do nothing. They will tell the police to move back and let them move forward and release their frustration. I'm not talking about the Jewish people. You know who I am talking about. Let me ask you this. When the Black Lives Matter and Antifa antagonist terrorists were having their peaceful marches and peacefully burning down businesses and peacefully looting, while they were calling for arms on Facebook and Twitter, how many of them were arrested for inciting a riot? What right did the Jewish people have? What laws did they break? How is one protest okay and one protest not okay?
So protests, we've seen a lot of protests, and folks, of course, have the right to go out and complain if they don't like the policy or the way that it's being enforced. Are those going to be treated as mass gatherings to be broken up, or are they going to have the kind of leeway that, say, the protesters around Black Lives Matter were afforded earlier this year?
It's a different situation. We've been through different realities in this crisis, but this is the first time we've had a resurgence. And one of the things I feel strongly is we cannot let this resurgence grow into a full-blown second wave for New York City. There does not need to be a second wave for all of New York City. If we stop it now in the parts of Brooklyn and Queens where we're having issues, we can keep the city on a good track, because overall the city is doing very well, as your numbers indicate. So in terms of protests, instructions have been given to members of the NYPD, the Sheriff's Office, etc. The clear legal guidance that we didn't have a few days ago, but went out at the end of the week, making very clear they do need to be broken up. Of course, there'll be ample warnings. The goal is just to get people to disperse. If that doesn't work, turning to summons or other methods.
Because one protest fits the agenda and one protest don't. America, wake up to the hypocrisy. Stand up for your freedom and your rights. Don't be masked and put to sleep and made a subservient slave to the government. Fight for what is yours. They do not have a constitutional right to take away all your freedoms. They have admitted that they're not even thinking about the Constitution. Now, please, don't worry about my studio. I'm working on the upgrade. Thank you very much. Leave a like, subscribe, and share. All my Habibis, have a great night.